Hey everybody, it's Kay Comer in here with you, and I'm going to talk kind of low because it's 5:30 in the morning, and I don't want to wake the geezer up because then my filming will be over. But I've got a set that I want to show you this morning, and this is spoken for. It was a special order, and it is probably the nicest set. Oh my goodness, it's just out of this world, and I don't mean boastful to be boastful in saying that, but oh my goodness. I'm going to just give you a quick run through because it is spoken for, but I hope you'll stick with me on this video and watch because you'll get some ideas. I'll try to give you some quick pointers along the way. This first, she wanted some of the longer readings in there, and I didn't mean to do this, the separate thing, but I got the book so full, I just couldn't get some of the readings that she messaged later and said she wanted in it. I just couldn't add any more to the book. So I thought, well, I'll do a little bag. And so I just cut one of those advertising bags in half and put some tissue paper in it and put, there's just a bunch of readings in here. There's also an envelope. I'll take it out real quick. This is, it's just full of little readings, shorter readings and quotes and things. And I'm not going to read any of these things because we just have too much to go through today. But there's a lot of readings. All of the bigger, better readings are in this, and that's what she wanted. This is a really big, super special set here. So we've got Grandma's Pearls of Wisdom, Remembering the Good Old Days, Dirt Roads. Oh my goodness, I could just go on and on and on. So many old-timey readings. This is the Grandma's Diary. Many of you have the Grandma's Diary, and this is one page for each month of the year of 1942. And I studied Amish websites and farming websites from way back then to try to get a feel for how they talked back then so I could make it sound as authentic as possible. And it's just a really interesting read. You know, it is fiction, but this is what they did back then. Grandma was talking, and she writes at the end of each day, and then so at the bottom of this one, she says, well, I've had a few minutes with you, dear diary, and now I need to go talk to my Lord for a bit. It's almost time for my eyes to close in a restful sleep, and it will be morning again, for you know it. And it just goes on and on. But she talks about church homecomings and farming and, just all kind of things. Chickens, neighbors coming and going, and the kids hearing them off in the distance, and cutting firewood, just things that they did back in 1942. So that goes in there. This sack goes in there. Let's open up this book and get with it as soon as we can. We're already on 3 minutes. This is the front of the book, and I got this idea on Pinterest, the heart, and I can't even remember. I wish I could remember to write these things down so I could tell you where I get the ideas, but this heart is on Pinterest. But this is what it was. It was just like a piece of a quilt or something. And I just cut it out of a piece of fabric, and then I put, can't even remember what, under there, so it would be kind of puffy. This is a simple woman's journal down here. This is memories up here. Some corrugated cardboard under here. Everything is distressed, just really, really heavy. Let's see what the back is real quick. On the back, it's just a page out of a book. It doesn't really say anything particular. One thing about it, this book is too thick, really, almost. It is too thick. She's going to make a coffee table book out of this set, and so it will be good for that and to pick up and read and all that, but it will not lay open. You know, it won't just stay there like that. So I have lace between each page. I like to do that the old-time way. It says, within the pages of this book, a story will unfold of love and home and family and memories worth more than gold. So set a spell and take it in and write if that's your will, because the pages of this tattered book are here for you to fill. And there's lots of writing spaces in this book. She wanted the picture of this old porch in her book. I had put that in Kevin's book, and he had a grandpa book, and I guess besides this set, the grandpa book is my favorite of all that I've done. But I have a surprise coming up for you when I get to the little black book in here. I'm going to be doing quite a few small, very affordable books because I've been taking notes as I'm doing this, and things have just triggered my mind, and my mind has been spinning with. I've just been wanting to do so many little things, and I'm going to do those quickly now once I get this book off, and I'll get that off today or tomorrow. Memories are made of this, the whole home place. This is the reading, the old home place, and it just, you unpin it here, and it pulls down. This says, I can see the crooked boards that line the outer walls. I can smell the old scent. I hear the roosters call. And it just goes on and on. And then this folds down and it goes on and on. Let me put this back before I lose place because I have got so much to do today. This is just a little tuck. I like to put tucks all through the book. If this was a real grandma's book, which I like for all of them to be, Grandma would stick things here and there. She would put things in her book, just like we do our Bibles or whatever, a tissue, a hanky, a piece of paper with a note on it, just all kinds of things. Here's a pen and some buttons here. This is a little book for just writing, just for your journaling needs, as Jenny Miller would say. And it's just got some blank pages in it for writing. I'll lay that aside. This is just, this page right here is what I call Fufu. It's there for looks. Fufu. It's there for looks. It doesn't do anything. It's not going to tell you anything, but it's going to make you feel good just looking at it. So that's a Fufu page. This is another one of the long poems that are so popular in the big grandma books, and it's a tribute to family. I don't know when it started or how it all began, but God created families as only our Lord can, and he was teaching what it means to love, honor, and obey, and he wanted a strong bond that we don't see much today. I love that. I just love that. I love anything that takes us back to a simpler day and time. She wanted rabbits in her book, so she's got rabbits in her book. This is a big old key. This key is very old. We don't know what it's to. My husband has collected keys for years and years, and he's got dozens and dozens of keys. So he gave me just a few that I could put in my book, some of the bigger keys, because I wanted authentic stuff in here. I didn't want just cutesy. I'm not much into cutesy, but, this is kind of cute. So she's got lots and lots of rabbits in here. This is just something that came in a box from Amazon, and I don't even know what it is. It's not corrugated cardboard, but it's a little bit heavy, and it's bubbly. And so I just antiqued that and used that for the... this is another bag that I call a Fufu bag. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't tell you anything, but it just looks good looking at it. So this is tissue paper. This is one of those sacks that are cut down. And I try to remember now because I bought 100 or so of them. And I already had about 50 or so. So I try to remember to put a whole bag in each bundle right now. So if you all want to work with it, because I don't know how many can get those bags. This is just a little piece of quilt just clipped on here. And this, again, is just full. This is a pocket just full of little quotes. This is another piece of just lace, just tucked in between all the pages. It's everywhere through the book. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. If we just do that, instead of looking and noticing all the bad, be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. This is, I showed this book to our daughter the other day when I was wrapping it up a couple days ago, and she just screamed when I showed her this. She said, "What is that?" I said, "It's really nothing. This is what I call Fufu, except this does have a reading on it." And this is, I'm not going to read it. I'm just not going to read it. I could read all these things. I love all these quotes and things, but this is about writing. It's not the one that I normally put in there about writing stories, but it's just, it's covered with fabric. It's just a trifold. And the poem on the back, and then some lace here. And this is the little prayer quilt. It's tied on here with one of those little old pins. I'm a little prayer quilt to hold in your hand to help when trouble arises, those things you do not plan. And this is the mood ring. And I put a little rabbit on the back because she loves rabbits. Now, I want to say again, the mood ring has absolutely nothing to do with witchcraft. I am a Christian and the daughter of a Baptist preacher. I just love mood rings, and I've loved mood rings since I was a little girl. So I order them in big lots, or 10 or 12, a dozen or so. I don't know how many come in a bundle. But I order them in batches, and I try to remember to put one in every book. The color code is on the back here. They're just fun. It's just fun. Right now, it says green. Oh, I'm feeling romantic. Oh, heavens. Well, okay. Okay. This. Okay. Let me lay this aside just for a second. She wanted the memories poem in here from the kitchen. And so it says, I'll always remember the good old days, and that's really putting it mild. You can bet your boots I'll never forget things that happened when I was a child. And it just goes on and on and on. And it talks about sitting around the kitchen table, and that the kitchen was the center place for the whole family back in those days. About the kerosene lamps and, you know, the rugs on and the bread, and making the bread and jelly and all this stuff. It was just out of this world. She wanted the mustard seed envelope. So that's a mustard seed in the envelope, and it says, I've got a mustard seed and I'm not afraid to use it. I love that. This is just another, and I pinned it on the front of this little, this is another just little writing space in here. And I tucked a little poem in here. I like to tuck things even in these little books when I can think to do that, because Grandma would do that. So I'm trying more and more all the time to get more used to doing authentic Grandma things in these books. Grandma would not have things glued down and all that, because did they have glue in 42? I don't know. But, and I see that that poem is the same poem as over here. So if I don't forget, I will switch that out and put one in there that she does not have. And this is just a picture of an old kitchen back in 1942. This is a piece of my Sweet Annie, and it's glued in there. And Tina, if you don't want that, you can take that out and just put something else there. Just pry it off and put something there to cover up the spot. This is two little poems together. This says, when your world moves too fast and you lose yourself in chaos, introduce yourself to each color of the sunset. Reacquaint yourself with the earth and beneath your feet. I mean, it's just great. And this says, come little leaves, said the wind one day. Come o'er the meadows with me and play. It's 5:30 or 5:45 in the morning. I can't see worth squat. I tell you, I try to pick even poems and things that are very, 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 very old. Most of them are just they give an old-timey feel just reading them. This is a pocket in the back, and it is just tucks. Inserts, just all kinds of poems and readings. All my favorites are in here. Sit by the fire. I love to sit by the fire and think of all that I've seen. Of meadows, flowers, and butterflies in summers that have been. Oh my gosh, I can't see, can't read, can't talk, because I'm trying to hurry before he gets up, because then it's assistant time. Geezer's assistant, that's me. There are just so many good hours. Sit beside the fire. I love to sit in silence. So many good poems in here. Tina, if you do find two of something in here, just put one of them in one of your books, because it's no big deal. That is okay. So that is what is in this book. There is just tons of stuff in here, tons of things in these envelopes that I'm not going to open, because I've got to keep this video kind of short. But this is just an absolutely fantastic set. Now, this is the book everybody's having a fit over on our grandma page. Our grandma page is Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. And we invite you all to come over there and be a part of that group. It is probably the friendliest junk journal group on Facebook. We have become real friends over there, and we want you to be a part of it too. But this book, oh my goodness, I'm about to make some of these books. This size, probably. This is maybe 4 by 6 or 7. I didn't even measure it. I don't know. But this book looks like it is 100 years old or more. And I'm about to make at least 4 of this size. So if you're interested in one, come over on Junk Journalists from Grandma with Love and let me know. And I'll put you down. It'll be first come, first serve. I don't know how many I can make. The cover takes forever, the front and back cover. And what I did was paint with brown. I painted with black, and then I mixed some brown in with that while it was still wet and went over it so it wouldn't have a black look, because a 100-year-old book would not still be black, even if it was 100 years ago. It would be aged in brownish, grayish, aged, worn, tattered and torn. It would be like that. So I mixed the brown and went over the black. And then I mingled them in together while they were still wet. And I just used Ceram Coat from Hobby Lobby. So it's very simple, $1. That stuff is $1. And it's on sale every other week for 30% off. So that's what I did, how I got the cover. Now this particular cover is, cardstock. That's just plain old cardstock. I was going to use a real book cover, and I thought, no, I need to make some of these. Everybody's having such fit about this book. I need to be able to use a material that I can make in quantity. So, and then that doesn't say anything there. I just covered it up really heavy. Another thing I did to take the shine off the front, and I forgot to do it to the rest of it, but I put cornstarch over it. And I rubbed it in really hard, the cornstarch. Just rubbed it all over. And then I wiped it off. There's not a trace of cornstarch on there, but it gave it a more aged, dull look. So, and I forgot to do that to the inside, so it's still black. See how black that is? And see how that looks? So on the next ones, I will have to do that. And then I just tuck some little sayings in between here. So these are going to be very, very reasonable. It's going to be just like this. It's not going to be a fancy book with stuff stuck here and there and cute flowers. Or there may have a flower or something in it, but everything in it is going to look like it is 100 years old. So there's that. I love to make a difference. I must really love to make a difference because I've got this in here 3 times. So I'll see if I can find something else to replace that. But that's what it is. It's just aged. There's tissue, there is tissue paper in here. There is homemade paper in here. This is just a little reading, and look how old that looks. I baked that in the oven 2 times to get it dark enough. And it's, slow me down, Lord, ease the pounding of my heart and the quieting of my mind, steady my harried pace. With the vision of with the eternal reach of time, give me amidst the confusion of my day, the calmness of the everlasting hills. And it just goes on and on and on. I'm not going to read any of that. I've read too much already. But that's what this is. A lot of this is just tucked in here, and that's what the ones that I'm going to make now are going to be. And then if you want to add other things to it, then you can sure do that. But I'm going to supply authentically looking books that look to be 100 years old. Okay, that's it. We're up to 17, 18 minutes. We are Junk Journals from Grandma with Love on Facebook. We want you to come and join us if you want to. Subscribe to this channel. There's going to be lots coming out right away. I may even do some bags like this, which will be quotes. A couple of the ladies are wanting just some quotes and poems. And so I love this little bag, and I may come up with something like that. And I'm going to be doing some of these books just even yet this week. I can do some of these if somebody wants some of these. But just go over to Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. Find me on Facebook, Kay Comer on Facebook. You can send me a private message there. Join my channel here. Post below. Just leave a little comment. Click like on it. Let's make this channel grow. We've got some good things going on here, and these are all feel good. I'm not much into cutesy. I don't like to do cutesy things. I like things to look authentically old, and I'm going to get into that more than I have, a lot more than I have. So come and join us over there. That's going to be it. It's a wrap for this one. This one will go out today. I have to go to the post office and get the shipping on it. If this goes in this one can't go in a priority box because it's going out of the country. But the priority boxes have gone up so high, I have gone to just wrapping them in the postal paper. But even that way, it's running $7 and $8, and this one's going to be probably a little bit higher if I'd wrap it like that. But that's enough. We've talked enough, chit-chatted enough. Come and join us, Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. Thank you for watching, and I love you all.